We're here at the Dalton Convention Trade Center Wrestling Reunion 2014 with Buff Bagwell. Buff the stuff, how's it going?
Hey man, doing great, man. It's getting ready for the big show tonight at the Trade Center. This is one of my favorite towns to come to. It's close to home. It's Georgia. It's at the Trade Centers in Dalton. I mean, brother, we're talking about you got Tommy Wildfire Rich.
Somebody don't get it so excited.
WWE Hall of Famer Bullet Bob Armstrong.
Thank you, bud. It's mighty good to be here. You know, Dalton means a lot to me. The year before I started wrestling, I came up here for the Southeastern Bench Press Contest, and I was lucky enough to win it. A year later, I came back to Dalton as a professional wrestler, so it's like coming home to me.
I'm Buff, and I'm the stuff, and the girls just can't get enough.
Somebody say something about my cousin Richie Rich. I'm here too, by the way.
Moondog.
Yeah, Philomene coming on right now. I just seen Tommy Rich. Oh, I don't like him. He smells bad.
My name is Bobby Fulton, one part of the Fantastics.
I seen Bullet Bob Armstrong. I don't like him either.
And at 74, I still don't mind getting in there and jaw jacking and back cracking.
Tim Horner?
Well, I tell you what, Frankie, we're excited about being here in Georgia. It's been some time since I've been in Georgia. But I tell you what, I'm 230 pounds of romping, stomping, walking, talking, jip-jiving, socializing. I walk tall and do it all.
You know, Action Mike Jackson here, not 1, not 3, not 5, not 7, 9 times U.S. Junior Champion.
I remember years ago wrestling at the school up on the hill, man.
Ronnie Garvin.
I tell you what, when I start doing something, I finish it.
You know, for 38 years I've kicked it in the ring, and it's been a pleasure and honor. Got to wrestle with some of the greatest wrestlers when wrestling was wrestling.
We're here tonight for a fan appreciation night.
You'd think you'd be scared standing between the both of us.
Somebody say something about the mysterious Mr. R.
It's a little intimidating, I'll be honest with you.
Shaking?
A little.
A little.
It's going to be unpredictable tonight because I understand not only are we here to meet the fans, but we're going to get in the ring and do it one more time.
Hey, Tommy Wildfire Rich, Dalton, Georgia, I'm back.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd like to invite all the wrestling fans to come down here tonight. And the main reason I'm here is, for one thing, is I get to meet a lot of guys I haven't seen in 20, 25, and 30 years.
I'm excited about being here, and when they talk about TV channels, when they talk about Chattanooga, Tennessee, I'm looking at WYHB number 39, the one I always watch when I'm in Chattanooga.
I love Georgia. I love the fans shaking hands, kissing babies, hugging big men's necks.
I started wrestling in 1977 at the age of 16.
I've been meeting some here this afternoon. They're talking about back in the 80s, back in the 70s. I can't remember what I did 2 weeks ago.
I'm 53 years old, and I'm still tough as a $2 steak and meaner than a rattlesnake.
Now, this man right here is a living legend. This guy right here has been Southeastern champion, Georgia champion, Continental champion. I can go on and on all day just telling what championship belts you've won.
Well, it was my home state. I always like to try hard in your home state and look good for home folks.
The NWA World
Oh, the
title.
NWA World Heavyweight title.
That's right.
Yes, sir. 1981, April 27th. Last Sunday was 33 years ago.
You know, all the excitement earlier, it almost like I could hear Gordon Soley's voice, Freddie Miller's voice, talking about the wrestling tonight in Dalton, Georgia.
Some folks say, you didn't hold it but a week. Well, brother, a week, one day, to be recognized in a group of men like that, it was a pleasure, an honor, and, wouldn't take nothing for it.
And the story you always told about you and Dory Funk Jr. in the NWA title match you had, didn't you outsell Elvis, was it?
And they wanted to draw a crowd in there, so they booked Elvis in, and he drew 7,600. The next week, I wrestled Dory Funk Jr. for the world title, and we drew 8,200. So we outdrew him about 400 to 600 people.
Do you have any great memories of being in the great state of Georgia? I know you do.
Oh, but then I'm going to tell you, I can remember back in the day, can I go to Tennessee first?
You can go to Tennessee first.
Frankie, it's going to be wild, it's going to be loud, and somebody said something earlier about Wildfire Tommy Rich.
Mr. R did show up.
Where'd he go? Where'd that masked man go?
I have no idea.
I remember back when I was just a young kid, had a head full of hair, and I was ready to go, was just full of vinegar, man.
Some folks say, why do you still do it? I don't have to do it no more. I still enjoy doing it.
I don't know what the channel was in those days.
Channel 12.
Was it Channel 12? Harry Thornton. You remember Harry Thornton?
Yeah, I remember Harry well.
Harry was a commentator, and boy, that thing would come on about 5 o'clock, and she'd go over about 6 o'clock, and we'd go to the Memorial Auditorium in Chattanooga, and when we got to that Memorial Auditorium, you better have a ticket, or you wasn't getting in that building. It was so packed.
Mr. Kevin Martin Walker. I think he's got some of his young studs here. So it's going to be a night of all kind of wrestling.
My first full-time job was for Nick Goulas back in 1972. I started in June of 72, wrestling all over the place. Again, Tennessee, Georgia, they did it all. It was great days.
Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm just buff.